Hey everyone, and welcome back.
It's been another big week in the world of AI.
Feels like every time we turn around, there's some crazy new headline. Like, remember when self-driving cars were just a sci-fi dream?
Yeah, well, this week Tesla took the wraps off their Cybercab robotaxi. No steering wheel, no pedals, fully autonomous.
And Elon Musk says they're aiming for a sub-$30,000 price tag by 2026. I mean, that's insane.
Well, let's just say Musk is known for his optimistic timelines.
True. Still, a fully autonomous taxi for the price of a regular car. That's a game changer if they can pull it off.
No doubt. And that's not all Tesla had up their sleeve. They also teased something called the Robovan, a giant self-driving pod for transporting people or cargo.
It's like they're building the future of transportation right before our eyes.
Yeah.
But AI's impact goes way beyond self-driving vehicles. Microsoft unveiled new AI tools specifically designed for healthcare professionals this week.
Imagine having an AI assistant that could handle your paperwork, analyze medical images, and even help with documentation. It could be huge for doctors and nurses, freeing them up to spend more time with patients.
It sounds incredible, but of course, there are always concerns about things like data privacy and potential bias in algorithms.
Definitely. And we have to consider the ethical implications, too. How will this technology change the role of humans in healthcare?
It's a lot to unpack. And speaking of ethical dilemmas, what about awarding algorithms Nobel Prizes? This year, Google AI made history, snagging awards for their breakthroughs in protein folding and machine learning.
It's the first time the Nobel Prizes have gone to AI achievements, which raises some big questions.
Like, are we awarding the algorithm itself or the humans behind it?
Exactly. And what does this mean for the future of AI recognition?
The whole new world out there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pivot to some other interesting AI developments. AMD is making some big moves, trying to compete with Intel and Nvidia in the AI chip arena.
Yeah, they just launched their new Ryzen AI PRO 300 series mobile chips, claiming 3 times the AI performance of their predecessors. They're also targeting data centers with their powerful new EPYC 9965 CPUs.
They even released the Instinct MI325X, designed to compete directly with Nvidia's H200 chip. It's like a high-stakes battle for the future of AI hardware.
And the demand is through the roof. Nvidia just announced their next-gen Blackwell AI chips are completely sold out for the next year.
That's wild. It seems everyone wants a piece of the AI pie. But with all this incredible technology emerging, we also have to think about the potential downsides. This week, experts raised concerns about the security of AI agents.
It's a critical issue. As these systems become more complex and interconnected, how do we protect them from cyber attacks? We're not just talking about data breaches, we're talking about the potential for AI agents to be manipulated or even turned against us.
Okay, that's a bit unsettling. So what can be done? Are there ways to make these AI systems more secure?
Researchers are working on solutions, like new models of identity management and access control specifically for AI agents. Think of it like building a digital fortress around these systems to make sure they're only accessible to authorized users.
Sounds like cybersecurity on steroids.
Basically. And it's more important than ever as we venture further into the uncharted territory of AI.
So, from securing AI, how about AI that builds itself?
AI, building AI, it's not science fiction anymore.
This week, we're looking at a paper from OpenAI, MLE Bench, evaluating machine learning agents on machine learning engineering, and it sounds intense.
Yeah, they basically built an obstacle course for AI.
Okay, so like AI boot camp.
Kind of. They took 75 different machine learning challenges from Kaggle competitions to see how well AI could handle real-world problems.
Kaggle, that's where the data science pros battle it out, right?
Exactly. They pitted AI agents against the best in the business.
So how'd the AI do? Did they win any trophies?
Believe it or not, the top AI agents actually achieved medal-worthy performance in almost 17% of the competitions.
17%. Okay, that's impressive. So are we all out of a job then? Are robots taking over the coding world?
Not just yet. The research also showed us where AI still needs to catch up.
Like where? Give me the human edge.
Things like creativity, high-level reasoning, real-world experience, those are still areas where humans have the upper hand.
Makes sense. We're still the idea people, just with some AI assistance.
Yeah.
The paper also mentioned something called pre-training contamination.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Imagine peeking at the answers before a test.
Ah, cool.
Right? Some AI might have indirectly seen the Kaggle datasets during their initial training.
So not exactly a fair fight then.
The researchers acknowledge this limitation, and they're working on better ways to evaluate AI versus human capabilities.
Okay, level playing field, got it.
Yeah.
But even with that contamination issue, it's still a step forward for AI.
Absolutely. The big takeaway is AI is getting better at creating better AI.
AI inception.
Exactly. Human expertise will still be essential, but this research shows AI will be more and more involved in its own evolution.
That's fascinating and a little freaky. Okay, shifting gears from AI creating AI to a company creating AI hardware, AMD. They made some big announcements this week, taking aim at Intel and Nvidia.
Yeah, AMD wants to be a major player in the AI hardware world. They're not holding back.
Let's start with those new Ryzen AI PRO 300 series mobile chips, 3 times the AI performance of their predecessors.
And they're integrating Microsoft's AI-powered assistant, Copilot Plus P, right into the chips.
Talk about a power-up. But it's not just laptops, right? They're going big with data center CPUs, too.
Yeah, their 5th-gen EPYC CPUs are designed specifically for data centers, the heavy lifters of the AI world.
And they're taking on Nvidia head-on with the Instinct MI325X AI accelerator.
That's right. It's designed to compete with Nvidia's powerhouse H200 chip.
Bold move. What's so special about this MI325X?
AMD is really emphasizing its massive memory capacity and bandwidth. They claim it outperforms even the H200. We'll see if they can deliver.
It's one thing to have the tech, but can AMD really compete with those giants, especially Nvidia?
That's the billion-dollar question. They've made progress, but they're still behind in market share and name recognition.
Right, like do people trust AMD to deliver on these promises?
Exactly. But their data center sales hit a record high last quarter, $2.8 billion.
Okay, that's a whole lot of zeros. But how does that stack up against Nvidia?
Well, NVIDIA's data center revenue for AI products was $26.3 billion.
So, yeah, maybe still some catching up to do. But it sounds like they have a plan.
AMD says they'll release new AI chips every year. The MI350X is coming in 2025, and the MI400 in 2026. They're banking on that AI chip market boom.
Smart. It seems like everyone's trying to get a piece of that AI pie these days.
Mm.
And speaking of big bets on AI, Tesla finally showed us their Cybercab robotaxi this week.
The Wii Robot event was quite a show.
Yeah, that Cybercab looks straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
No steering wheel, no pedals, futuristic for sure.
Elon Musk made some bold predictions as usual.
I mean, guess it's going to change the world.
He's projecting the Cybercab will be cheaper than a regular car, under $30,000, and 10 to 20 times safer than human drivers.
Okay, those are some serious claims, even for Elon Musk. Should we be getting excited, or is this another one of his "it'll be ready when it's ready" situations?
A little healthy skepticism is always a good idea. Remember the whole self-driving cars by 2020 thing?
Right. But haven't they actually given us a timeline for this one?
Yeah, they're aiming to start production between 2026 and 2027.
And they're planning unsupervised full self-driving tests in Texas and California next year. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see these robotaxis on the roads pretty soon.
We'll see. They were light on specifics, though, especially about pricing and when it'll actually be available.
It's like they're more focused on generating buzz than anything else.
Yeah.
But the Cybercab wasn't the only thing they teased. Remember that mysterious Robovan?
Oh, yeah, the giant self-driving pod.
It's even weirder than we imagined. Like, no wheels, just this smooth, pod-like thing gliding down the road.
They're being very tight-lipped about the Robovan, too. No word on pricing or a release date.
So did all this futuristic tech make Tesla stock skyrocket?
Actually, it dropped more than 5% after the event.
Ouch. What happened? Why the negative reaction?
Investors are getting impatient. They see these cool concepts, but the Cybercab and Robovan are still years away.
So even promises of revolutionary robotaxis can't distract from the fact that investors want results now. It's easy to get caught up in the hype of all that futuristic tech, but you're right. The reality is none of it matters if people don't feel safe using it.
Exactly. And right now, there's a lot of skepticism around Tesla's self-driving claims. But hey, you got to give them credit for pushing the boundaries.
No doubt. So let's shift gears back to a topic we touched on earlier, AI safety and ethics. We can't just focus on building cool tech. We have to make sure it's safe and responsible tech.
Absolutely. Especially when you're talking about systems that could one day be controlling our traffic lights, our power grids, even our healthcare.
It's a big responsibility. So how do we even begin to secure something as complex as an AI agent?
Well, the old cybersecurity playbook, passwords, firewalls, that's not going to cut it. We need to think differently. Imagine protecting, like, a high-level government official Multiple layers of security, constant monitoring.
Okay, so it's like building a digital fortress around these AI agents.
Exactly. One promising approach is using API security models for AI agent identity protection. It's like giving each AI a unique digital passport that verifies its identity and permissions.
So no more easily guessable passwords.
Right. And we also need really tight access controls, making sure AI agents only have access to the information they absolutely need for their specific tasks.
So don't give the AI the keys to the entire kingdom if it just needs to water the plants, right? But with AI evolving so rapidly, can we really stay ahead of the bad guys?
It's a constant race, no doubt. The potential consequences of an AI security breach are just too huge to ignore. We're talking about systems that could one day be making life or death decisions.
It's both exciting and a little terrifying at the same time.
I agree. AI has the power to change the world for the better, but we have to be very thoughtful about how we develop and use it.
Well said. It's been another whirlwind week in the world of AI, full of breakthroughs, challenges, and ethical dilemmas. From Nobel Prize-winning algorithms to the very real threats of AI security breaches, it's clear this technology is rapidly changing our world.
And it's up to all of us to stay informed, ask tough questions, and make sure we're building a future where AI benefits everyone.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the world of AI. We'll be back next week with more news and insights. Until then, stay curious.